Well, it's a wonderful sight in many ways to see the umpires on their way out, and sunshine as well. Rudy Kurtzen on the left, Aleem Dar on the right. They're the men who've taken the decision to get this game started at 5 o'clock, and these are the men who must make that decision work. England bowling first after Australia won the toss, and Ricky Ponting decided to bat first, unlike, of course, 4 years ago.
And they've got Shane Watson to go at. This is a big test for Shane Watson. He's a natural number 6 batsman. He only opened a few times in first-class cricket. Never mind Test cricket, where he's never batted higher than number 6.
From City End, James Anderson.
James Anderson. He's at the City End. There's a nice breeze across the ground, and that should help. That should help him to swing the ball. We've got a late bit of team news to bring you, so I'll do very quickly just after James Anderson gets this game underway. 3 slips, gully, short leg. Anderson to Watson. Swing there for Anderson. Now, there was a bit of dramatic team news, which we've only just heard about, that Brad Haddin broke a finger just before the start of play, but after the toss had been made. And with England's say-so, Graham Manu has come into the team to replace Brad Haddin. So Ricky Ponting handed over the team sheet to Andrew Strauss, and it had Brad Haddin's name on it. And he was taking some catches just down here in front of the pavilion, and he must have broken a finger. So Ricky Ponting and Australia have asked England if Graham Manu can replace Brad Haddin, and England have said yes. Beautifully driven. First really aggressive stroke from Australia.
And it was width again. It was wide again. It was swung a little bit. It was just too wide.
And that will be 4. Manoeuvres the ball through the onside. Before more here. We'll like it there. There's that shot that he played earlier at Anderson, which he missed completely. This time he gets 4. This is sheer timing. Clipped away square of the wicket for 4 more.
Runs. May go all the way. Lots of rain, lots of water on the outfield, but it's still pretty quick. It has dried out a fair amount. That's 4. That is the problem. Too many 4 balls. Not enough deliveries, as you said, Shane, in the right area to consistently keep the batsman under pressure. Another 4 ball. This time it's too short. 3 boundaries in this over. 76 without loss.
The hardest thing as a bowler is, you know, when you're bowling, if you're bowling to a batsman that you know you bowl a bad ball is going to smash it for 4, they can make it real tough. Oh, what a shot from Simon Kadich. Super shot. That's going to go all the way again. Another boundary, the 15th of the morning. Kadich has his balance today. It's very, very well poised at the crease. This easy pace of the pitch too. You can't be too short. There's not much margin for error.
Just short, I think. Well, we'll soon see if it fell under his hand or if it went through. Andrew Flintoff.
The first reaction might have been that Andrew Flintoff was late moving then. Look at the replay here. It was where you had to bowl to Simon Catch. It was fuller and about that off stump. Good edge. And might not have carried. Just landed a bit short. Ooh. I find that a pretty remarkable field placement straight up. As a bowler, you really want to make the batsman earn that first one down the ground. Once you earn that one down the ground, then you can put them back if you want after a few attempts, but not straight away. Shane Watson does play the spinners pretty well. Sometimes he gets himself in a little bit of trouble with some funny little sweeps. Looked like a pretty reasonable sort of shout, just whether it struck him outside the line or was going down.
Big shout again and gone this time. Graham Swan has gotten the wicket they were looking for, England.
Well, the change of pace has worked. It's been fast bowling. Suddenly the spinner comes on. Simon Katich doesn't look happy. Moving up the ground pretty quick. Was it high and going down? I wonder if he hit it. Doesn't look happy, Simon Katich. I'm not sure why he's not happy. That's out.
Well, he'll soon see the replays when he gets inside. He goes for 46, it's 85 for 1. So the Australian captain has to go out with just about 11 overs left in the day's play. 85 for 1 now, Australia.
Smashed away. Boundary that takes Ricky Ponting past 20,000 career runs.
Ponting has now scored 20,000 first-class runs.
Well, he's not going to miss that. Wonderful record, 72 centuries. Outstanding stats there from Ponting.
.50 for Watson. Good effort this. Brought into the side at late notice in an unfamiliar role, a role that he's never batted in Test cricket before, and only half a dozen times in first-class cricket, and he's played particularly well here today. Trying to drag Ponting wide and then finishing with the straight Yorker, but an attempted Yorker slightly over pitch, punched down the ground. 108 for 1. Cut away in the air past gully. Swan was diving. Not been consistent enough. It's a very short boundary down there. It's another boundary. We've had plenty of them.
No, you're right. It's been either side, often leg short and wide. Hence the 21 fours.
Just moved away a fraction from Ponting and squared him up, but all along the ground. Another boundary. 22 now in this short session. Safely negotiated by the Australian captain, and he can be well pleased with his team's efforts on what could have been a tricky 2-hour session. He had an awkward decision to make at the toss. His judgment was sound. His judgment on the team so far has been sound, because Watson has responded to the captain's backing at the top of the order, and he leaves the ground with 62 to his name, having played very well, and Australia have done well to get through to 126 for just the loss of Simon Katich in the 30 overs that we've seen today. Now this is a surprise. Graham Onions just bowled 3 overs yesterday, 3 overs that went for 21. 5 boundaries in those 3 overs, so maybe this is Andrew Strauss saying, I've got a bit of faith in you.
What has Strauss got out there? 2 slips of gully and a sweeper on both sides to protect the boundaries. Too many boundaries yesterday, 22 boundaries. Strauss trying to get some control. Here we go.
That's out, surely it is out. What a start for Graham Onions. Given the first over by Andrew Strauss, he skipped one through Watson's defences. England have struck with the first ball.
Good work, Strauss, good work, Onions. Line bowler and gets the perfect line. Nips back in. The only thing that could have saved Watson was height. And that looks as if it's going to hit the top of middle and leg. What a start for England. First ball, day 2. Onions has the breakthrough. Watson gone for 62. Australia 126 for 2.
Just the start that England wanted. The wicket with the first ball brings Mike Hussey to the crease. What a boost that is for Graham Onions. 3 overs for 21 yesterday. Been feeling definitely nervous with a point to prove this morning. He's settled all his nerves, given him renewed confidence, and in he comes now to Hussey. Bowled him! 2 in 2 for Graham Onions.
What a difference a day makes. Left one at Lord's that was too straight from Flintoff. Leaves one at Edgbaston that's too straight from Onions. 2 in 2. It's gone for a duck. First ball duck for Hussey. 126 for 3. Onions on a hat-trick. Often bowlers take a while to find their lines and lengths. Not Onions. Clark played brilliantly at Lord's. He'll have to do the same here again.
That's why I thought Onions was not at his best at Lord's, because he bowled quite wide, and his strength is that he bowls wicket to wicket and attacks the stumps, and that's what we've seen with these 2 balls this morning. Both of them dead straight. First an LBW and then the bowled. That is Onion's strength, and he'll attack the stumps. That's what he wants now, on a hat-trick.
I think on a hat-trick he'd get a man in at short leg. I understand the short mid-wicket, but maybe a mid-on or mid-off just up in front. On a hat-trick, short leg, silly point. Straight again, that's the key. 2 out of 2 have hit the stumps.
Clark takes a moment to compose himself, and in comes Onions on a hat-trick. It's quite close to the glove. It fairly zipped through. It's an unusual ball to bowl on a hat-trick for somebody like Onions, who attacks the stumps. Inside edge and very fine for 4. 132 for 3. Just 7 away from becoming Australia's leading run scorer in Test cricket. Alan Border holds that record at the moment. Ricky Ponting will pass him at some stage. Remarkable record. Four. That'll be the 2 that brings Ponting that Australian record, but it was perilously close to Ian Bell at short leg.
Great moment for Ricky Ponting. Leading run scorer in Test match cricket for Australia. What a moment. Boy from Tasmania, gone past all the greats, and they produced some great batsmen over the years. That will be a weight off his mind at the moment, and he can get on with the batting. Get to another 100 at some stage.
That was a feature of his play at Lord's. Driving through extra cover was sensational.
Got of a player in form.
Runs here for Ricky Ponting. That's well timed. going down the hill as well. Can't give up on that.
Yeah, super shot. Super shot.
I think that's gone. Given out. Yes, Aleem Dar has raised a finger.
Well, that was a plan. Bouncer, get him out caught behind. I think he surprised Ricky Ponting earlier in his spell when he hit spliced one on the bat. Looked like a good bump by Ricky Ponting. A wonderful player of the short ball. This time comes unstuck. Just a little bit high and got a bit wide on him. It looked like a little tickle to the keeper. Ricky Ponting out for 38. Good fire, bold onions. Australia 163 for 4.
4 wickets down, and Marcus North, the new batsman for Australia. That's 4. Big shout. Well, perhaps it did too much.
Well, as far as big appeals go, that is a massive one. It looked close too. Come back in late. Was it outside the line? High. Good seam. Ooh, went really late. Did it do too much? Might have just done a bit too much. Went really late. Ooh, it's close. What do you think, Mikey?
Well, I think Hawkeye is telling us what we should think. That's why the appeal was so prolonged. Has to be careful though, Graham. Onions in particular, he appealed twice. Referees don't like seeing that. But that was a close call.
Great shot. Beautifully put away this time. Was just that little bit fuller. Did start to swing in, but the position and the execution were top rate. Always put it down. Could have been Onions' 4th of the morning. And it was a catalogue of errors, really. Michael Clarke didn't want to play it. It suddenly had a stab at it. It flew pretty quickly to Andrew Flintoff, who then just grassed it.
Tell you one of the reasons he might have grassed it, he was probably started to relax because he's now thinking, oh, he's leaving it, and then and it flies high.
Good shot there from Michael Clarke. And I think you're right. The key to England's success this morning was how well they started. Onions spot on. First 2 balls, 2 wickets. Broad's come on, bowled a floaty half volley that was wide, then a long half volley that was wide again.
The worry is, or the danger is, that by bowling the in-swinger constantly, he loses the effectiveness of the outswinger. There's the in-swinger again. Is it too much? No, the finger goes up. Big in-swinger from Anderson. Clarke doesn't really like it. Was it doing too much? Doesn't matter.
Wow. Talking about those in-swingers. Well, he's got this one right. Did he get a tickle on it? Was it doing too much? Hit it. Did it do too much and going down? It went quite late. One of those 50-50 ones, maybe clipping leg, maybe sliding down, but Anderson gets it right. Australia lose their 5th wicket. It's 193 for 5.
Graham Manu on debut. That's his first-class career, an average of in the mid-20s. This is a very different thing. He wouldn't have been expecting to play. A late, last-minute replacement. Got his cap this morning, not yesterday, so that's a fantastic moment for him. That's gone fine. It might bring Manu his first boundary in Test cricket. It does. 197 for 5.
He's one of the good guys. You want to see him do well.
Pulled firmly away for another boundary. Manu quickly away, 2 boundaries in his first 3 deliveries in Test cricket. Great catch! Matt Pryor going away to his left, one-handed, a superb catch from England's wicket-keeper.
Well, the away swinger, swinging towards the slips, has paid dividends from a loose shot this time from Marcus North. It was full and wide. The length is what drew him into the shot. It was full. Made him playing an excellent catch from Pryor. Wonderful athletic catch, diving in front of the slips. He backed himself. There was no hesitation. He flew at it, stuck in the glove. Good catch from the keeper. Marcus North goes for 12. 202 for 6, the Aussies.
126 for 1 overnight. Australia has become 202 for 6. Mitchell Johnson, who got runs at Lords, 63 in the second innings in that losing cause. Now Australia needs some runs from him now. Do his confidence the world of good before he has a bowl, whenever that may be. Oh, out, surely. Yes, it's out. The in-swinger this time to Johnson, who leaves it first ball, and Anderson on a roll.
What a cracker first up. And one swinging back into the left-hander this time. And that's the one that's going to trouble more left-handers. The one, should I leave it, should I not? This one looked like it was absolutely plumb. No shot offered. Swung back nicely, maybe a tad high. But if you don't play a shot, on your bike.
.202 for 7 now, Australia. Six wickets have gone down this morning. Now Nathan Horrocks finds himself at the crease.
Innie or outie? Which way is he going to go? I reckon he's going to go in towards the stumps. He's seemed to got that one right at the moment. He's gone away to the slip to left-hander. He's come back into the left-hander this one. Now he's on a hat-trick again, and Nathan Horrocks. He's going to go for the in-swinger. Boulder LB.
Didn't quite get it on target. He knew what he wanted to do, attack those stumps. Double wicket maiden for Jimmy Anderson. Wider on the crease. Brilliant bowling from Anderson. We've seen it before from him. When the ball swings, he is near unplayable. Wider on the crease, getting rid of Graham Manu, and that brings an end to a remarkable morning session for England. They've reduced Australia to 203 for 8, having started 126 for 1 overnight. And it's Jimmy Anderson and Graham Onions that have done the damage. 7 wickets between them. This the last of them.
What a cherry, and well thought out. Wide of the crease, changed the angle to get it right. He was frustrated from the ball before. Jimmy Anderson's got 4 for 4 off 13 deliveries. Really has thrown it back England's way big time. Australia 203 for 8 at lunch on day 2 here at Edgbaston.
They have a lot of work to do, these Australians. 126 for 1 at one point. Now they are 203 for 8. Nathan Horrocks and Siddle have to try and get some more runs on the board for them, with a bit of help from Hilfenhaus, and then they have to take some wickets themselves. Runs. Been a long time since they got a boundary, Australia. Ball hit through again. Wasn't in total control of that shot, but the same end result. Not quite the right length.
Rare bad ball from Anderson. He was trying to get one to hoop back at Horrocks, but dragged it down too wide, so had no chance to swing.
The 66 overs to go today after this one. So much damage can be done in those 66 overs. Either by Australia taking wickets or England playing Australia out of the game. Oh, good delivery. Another one. Jimmy Anderson gets his fifth.
It's actually an in-swinger. And so Siddle did well to get an outside edge on it. Whether it just seemed off the deck a fraction, let's have a look. Definitely an in-swinger. No, it was just an in-swinger that Siddle was looking to hit through mid-wicket. Unusual dismissal in a sense. It gives Jimmy Anderson 5, and what an excellent performance it's been from Anderson this morning, with the ball swinging late and Australia clueless really as to how to cope with Anderson's swing. Siddle gone for 13, 229 for 9.
Ben Hilfenhaus coming in at number 11 for Australia.
That's a good delivery, squeezed out. All the way. Does. Bonus. Australian team. Frustration for Jimmy Anderson. That one's off the middle of the bat. Base opened. 4 more. These are valuable runs. That should be out. No, it's not. Dropped. Poor effort.
Bopara, the man, went over his head. Not easy when you're turning, but really it should have been taken. Had a long time to turn here. He ran round in a circle, got into position, and drops it.
Frustrating. It's going to be 4 more. Brings up the 250 for Australia.
That's over the top. A little bit of width there, short and wide, and just got the legs on it to reach the boundary. It's turning into an annoying partnership for England and a very handy partnership for Australia. Got him now. Graham Swan in the gully, went straight at him at a very comfortable height. And the final catch of this innings sees Australia bowled out for 263. The final wicket goes to Graham Onions, who's had a very, very good day. He was the man that started the rock first thing this morning, and I mean first thing. And he's the man now that's finished it off.
Yeah, well deserved, Graham Onions. He set the tone this morning. He's bowled well all day, surprised a few with his pace as well. But it's been his line and his length that's got him those rewards today. Finished the job off, no more wondering. 10 minutes from now, the England openers will be out there facing the Australians swinging the ball. A good job from Anderson and Onions today. They really have bowled well and executed these conditions extremely good. Swung the ball, they bowled an attacking line. They deserve their reward. Something in the something column, wickets.
But that final partnership was proving irksome for England. It means, however, now that it's finished, Australia 263 all out. Top score, Shane Watson opening for the first time in a test match. But today it's been pretty much all England. The bowlers have done a very fine job.
Yep, Onions, 2 wickets and 2 balls straight away this morning. Jimmy Anderson, 5 for 80, the 2 of the best for England. They really did bowl superbly. And all round, they'll be pretty satisfied knocking Australia over to 263. So it's going to be an interesting little hour or so before tea. Australia need to get some wickets, and in these conditions, it's favouring the bowlers, so the bowlers should be able to dominate. And with a hard new Duke ball, it should be able to nip around a bit. I expect Hilfenhaus to swing it and swing it late.
Yeah, just to remind people that tea is half an hour later than normal today. Because of all the time lost yesterday, they make up half an hour a day. And that half an hour goes on to this afternoon session. Still time at the end of the day to compensate for any time lost during this day, if there is time lost, or if the overs haven't been bowled on time. But yeah, we've got an hour and 10 until tea today, day 2 of this third Empire Ashes Test match. So it's going to be Ben Hilfenhaus from the City end. Up against him at the other end, facing will be Andrew Strauss. Very conservative field then. It's going to be 3 slips as Ricky Ponting takes his position at number 2. 3 slips in the gully. First ball of the innings. Nice little sighter for Andrew Strauss. Well caught, very nicely caught. There's the wicket, there's the first strike for Peter Siddle. And it's good news for him, it's good news for Graham Manu as well, playing his first Test match. He's dived across low to take the catch. So that new baggy green cap of his being ruffled by all concerned.
Well bowled, Peter Siddle. It's a fuller length. It's dragged Alistair Cook into the front foot, and well done. A nice catch, tidy catch from Graham Manu first up, and he would have been waiting and thinking about it last night. That first one, is it going to be a tough one? But it was a nice low down to his left. Safe catch, just what Australia needed, and Peter Siddle was the man. Alistair Cook goes for a duck. Australia 2 for 1. I mean England 2 for 1.
2 for 1. Ravi Bopara is there at number 3. That's well bowled too, and he's scampering his way through for the single. Dives his way in. Top to West, nice little shot. Timed pretty well. Running away over the outfield, just beats the chase. Simon Kadich after it. That's a nice shot from Ravi Bopara, his first boundary.
Driven straight again through the onside this time. That's a beautiful stroke.
Oh, he puts one on the offside, so he drives it straight down the onside. Lovely shot.
Lovely shot. Right off the middle of the blade. Strauss finds the gap. Hilfenhaus is a bit disappointed because he's bowling a nice length, but the ball is just not doing anything for him. More runs. Short boundary down there. And the ball has got too much on it. Consecutive 4s for the England captain. Watson gives chase. I don't think he'll get that. No, more boundary for England. Ravi Bopara going well. 38 for 1.
It's a good shot from Bopara. Stands up tall, off the back foot 4.
Exactly what England wanted and what Australia didn't want.
Driven down the ground. Beautiful shot from Strauss. Brings up the 50 partnership between Bopara and Strauss.
Don't miss out when the off spinner gives you something short and wide to cut. Oh, he's bowled him. Can you believe it? Dragged on from a little bit wide. And Ponting has made the right decision, giving Hilfenhaus first go after tea.
Exactly where Bopara has to tighten up. It's a soft dismissal It's a half shot. He's got to get right in behind it. It's a nothing shot really at all. Inside edge onto the stumps. And it's an area that Bopara has to tighten up his game. He's played well, he's gone. 23 he scored, and it's 60 for 2.
Quick strike for Australia after tea brings Ian Bell to the crease. He's missed the last 8 Test matches that England have played. His last one was in Jamaica when England were bowled out for, what, 51 in the second innings, and Bell paid the penalty for a rather sloppy dismissal of his own in that match.
That's 4. It was no swing yesterday, 30 overs. This morning it swung pretty much from the start. So, no incidents. Coming up to the 30th over now. That's 4 more. That's a good shot. 75 for 2. And that's a bonus, that. Nice little full toss. Tuck it away. Didn't miss out on those.
It's to Bell.
Well, he will use his feet, he will go down the wicket, and he will hit it all the way. 6 runs. Terrific shot.
Nice stroke. Nice mindset to impose himself on Horrocks straight away. One could say you've been Shermanated.
Well, you know all about that. Lovely shot though. Down the pitch, good foot movement, and he takes the spectator out. That's his 50, I think. Let it go all the way. Did he forget to get his foot out of the way? The third umpire might look at that. Well played, Andrew Strauss. Whatever happens, whether it's 3 or 4, he moves on to another 50. 15th Test 50.
Oh, there's another good shot from Strauss, straight down the ground. Full face of the bat, should be 4. Oh, well played, Andrew Strauss. Full face. Now it's just leaking a few boundaries.
And 4. Final ball before drinks break. Oh no. Tragedy in the crowd. Poor man. Would have been in a queue for an hour and a half.
309 all out. That follows a Buxton victory.
Just watch this. Goes to help the lads get the ball, and what's he do? Oh no, he's knocked his beer over, and it's gone on the ball. Oh dear.
Might start swinging.
Oh, look at that. Everyone has been trying to keep the ball so dry. All the puddles around the ground have been cleared up. Well, the man-made puddles are always a problem. How is that? That's close. Not interested, Rudy Kurtzen.
Well, he's interested. I'm sure he's interested, but he's just not going to give it out. But it's a good shape. This is almost the perfect shot. I've got to say, just looking at it first time, now let's have another look. It's pitched on, it's come back in. I don't know what's wrong with that. I just do not know what's wrong with that. That's a lovely shot. That is a beautiful little shot there. It's timed away. That is, as so often happens, the insult added to injury. You get the appeal turned down, and then a couple of balls later, you get something like this. The bowler sees the ball creamed away to the extra cover boundary.
A couple of umpires have got together. Obviously, they are discussing the light. They're going to be offering it to the batsmen, I think. And every time we see light offered to batsmen, they accept. No lights here, of course, at Edgbaston. So, although it was agreed that lights could be turned on, there are none to be turned on at this ground. And then again, I have to question. You agree playing conditions and you cannot use those playing conditions at all the grounds. Another ridiculous thing to do.
Jerusalem belts out once again as Australia take the field. England 116 for 2, trailed by 147. We've had an hour's delay, but the good news is that we've still got 91 overs to be bowled today. Local favourite Ian Bell on the right alongside Andrew Strauss. Partnership is 56, and Ricky Ponting will want to get right into England this morning. So here we go, 2 slips and a gully. A little bit of shade. Got to be busy. Australia should be busy. Should be looking to get right into England. That's 4. First runs of the day, backward point. And a nice shot from Ian Bell. Oh, swing again, big appeal. No. Oh, I must be doing too much. Ponting double teapot at second slip. Big swinging delivery.
Surely not 2. Let's have a look at this. Doing too much? Oh, well now. Come on, Rudy. Has he hit it? Nothing there. Was it high? To me, that looks like it's out, Bumble. Looks out, 3 maidens in a row. Should have been a wicket. No, that's out. Should have been a wicket.
He thinks it's out. Pulled away expertly through mid-wicket. It's 126 for 2. Worked away pleasantly through mid-wicket. Ian Bell, a ball of full length on off stump, off and middle, goes for 4.
Good shot. He let it come. He didn't go out there and chase it.
Oh, that'll be 4. No then. Wides yet. Keeper can't do a thing with that. Dizzy Gillespie there. Up on the top deck. Runs here for Bell. Timed. Oh, he's timed this.
Nice stroke. And Bell has played a shot. He's looked well in control and very calm. It's very still at the crease too.
And gone. Outside edge, Strauss again doesn't capitalise, doesn't cash in. Outside edge, sails through to the keeper. Well, they've got the wicket at long last. Australia bag one. Not the best ball that's gone down. It pitches and bounces. It's too close to him. Just flicks it through to the keeper. Well, they got the start that they wanted. Feel that they've got to have 2, but they've got Strauss. Andrew Strauss has gone for 69. England are 141 for 3. 141 for 3. New batsman is Paul Collingwood.
That's a good comeback from Bell. Probably his favourite shot, the cover drive.
Well, he's looked good this morning, Ian Bell. He's played a number of crisp strokes to the boundary.
Johnson started well. Yes, Duncan Fletcher writing in before the Test match, writing papers saying beware of Mitchell Johnson because these South African boys saw him in a net session before Perth. He was spraying it everywhere, and they said you've never seen a worse net session from a bowler. And the next 5 days, he got 11 wickets at Perth in the game against against South Africa. That's a beautiful drive from Collingwood, brings up the 150.
juicy wide swinging half volley.
Played pretty well. It was an edge, but he played it late.
That's the area to Collingwood that you want to probe away early on. But he did play this well. He played it softly. That's why it went down.
Edged and gone. Deserved wicket for Hilton House. The plan has worked.
Yeah, you could sense it coming. Previous over, remember, Paul Collingwood was a bit fidgety outside off stump. And going for the drive again, another full swinging half volley. It was certainly there to drive, but good bowling from Hilton House, encouraging the drive, even though he went for runs in the last over. Collingwood not happy driving through the offside. And Ponting taking a sharp catch at second slip. Deserved that, Hilton House. 159 for England. Collingwood gone for 30.
Matt Pryor starts his innings after lunch. Paul Collingwood was dismissed last ball before lunch. There's still one delivery left. Hilton House is over, and the ball is swinging. Tucked away, could be 50 for Bell. It is. He's had a little bit of luck, but he's played well either side of that.
Where that ball went is another position that I'd look at with Ian Bell. This Mitchell Johnson, old-fashioned leg gully, but he's battled it well. 50 from 96 deliveries.
Full delivery, is it out this time? Yes! The dreaded finger goes up, and finally they have their man.
Look good, didn't it? Swinging in there, full. And I would say that's about as plumb as the one he got away with yesterday. Just a hint of in-swing, planted foot, playing around it. Ponting. So Johnson, they'll be delighted. Ian Bell at 50, but can't go on. He's gone for 53, it's 168 for 5.
Big cheer for Andrew Flintoff when he walked out. He loves this ground with bat and ball. Very, very good through the offside. Beautifully timed.
Beautiful shot. Really well timed, really well played there by Pryor. Everything under control.
Yeah, and taking advantage of the swing of the ball. This is a delivery of full length and ball swinging back into the pads.
Good shot. Away through extra cover. Took a bit of a bobble there, but it's not enough to stop it going to the boundary. Andrew Flintoff applauded by several more. Andrew Flintoff.
Yeah, the masts are out in evidence.
Hammered down the ground.
A lovely shot.
Nutmegged, as they say in football. Beautifully driven. He likes batting on this ground.
He does. And this is a lovely shot again. He's not trying to overhit the ball.
And that's 4. You can stand and admire a shot like that.
Yep, he's driven the ball beautifully so far. 2 down the ground off Shane Watson. This one a bit squarer through the offside off Siddle.
Wonderful shot. Shane Watson might not be quite so keen on bowling at the moment.
Keeps bowling full half volleys, which Flintoff keeps crashing to the boundary.
Last 4 more. There's a man out there, but he's not going to get anywhere near that. Well, he's going to have to make a change, isn't he? That's going to be 4 more, but Gain seemed unsure of the length.
Yeah, well, Siddle's hit the deck hard the last 2 deliveries, and immediately Flintoff looks less comfortable.
Well, he's going to pick up a boundary that Gain, aggressive bowling, and can only shake his head.
Runs are coming quickly.
Wow. Smashed away. Partnership races on to 81 from 88 balls. It's 249 for 5.
That's a good shot. Good straight bat, nice timing, straight down the ground. Good 4.
Super shot from Matt Pryor. Siddle just a fraction straight, fraction full.
Well, that's going to be out. Yeah, simple chance in the end. And that will take the momentum out of the partnership. It brings the partnership to a dead stop. Matt Pryor will be absolutely livid with himself. Again, bottom of the bat, he'd miscued one the ball before. He fancied hitting that one to the boundary, completely miscued it. And that's the end of that.
We had a go the ball before and miscued it, and that one once again didn't quite get it right again. Got away with the short one. Australia needed that one. Needed that wicket. England had all the momentum and was getting a wonderful partnership. That wicket ends that good partnership. Matt Pryor goes for a welcome pile of 41 on 59 cherries. England lose their 6th wicket for 257.
Well, a real shame for England that partnership has finished. It was going so well, and the partnership finished at 89 off just 97 balls, so the pace of it was good, and it was threatening to take the game well beyond Australia. But once again, the wicket has fallen just to keep Australia somewhat in the hunt. Stuart Broad, of course, is the man who now takes his place at the crease. 3 men in the deep on the onside, 1 on the offside as well. Flintoff's gone for it, and he's hit it magnificently. That long on was about, I don't know, 10 yards in on the boundary edge. And straighter than that, Flintoff hit that well, placed it well. And it wouldn't really have mattered where the man was.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what sort of defensive field you want to put out there. Big Fred's going to play these sort of shots, and that's where we were talking about. He likes to hit it. Not sure if that's just bounced before, it's hit the rope on the full. I think it's got it on the full, hasn't it? I think that's 6. The umpire to make the final decision. Yep, and there they go. It's a 6R.
Hit that well. He's kept it on the ground. He's placed it well. And the boundary 4 this time takes him past 50. Andrew Flintoff on to 51.
Well played, Andrew Flintoff. Just the 53 deliveries, 7 4s and a 6. Last time the people of Birmingham are going to see Andrew Flintoff in a test match here. And he's given him something to remember too. He's played a wonderful knock.
If it's properly short, he's either got to fend it, get behind and defend it, and maybe fend it towards short leg, or he's got to have a proper hook at it. In which case you've got those 2 men in the deep. Well, he's hit it well enough, and he's hit it away in front of square too. And this is the danger in a ploy like this. Unless you get that short ball right, and Flintoff knows they're coming. He's ready and waiting for them, and if it's not quite right, he will do that to you.
shot.
So Stuart Broad, having had to wait a little while to get off the mark, now starting to enjoy himself, it seems.
A nice stroke from Stuart Broad, an aggressive stroke too.
There's no third man. I don't know whether Flintoff played this deliberately down there or not. It was in the air for a while, but it's beaten extra cover. It's another boundary for Flintoff. 8 from the over. Australia leaking runs at an alarming rate. 298 for 6. That's a lovely shot. There's a real stamp of quality about that stroke.
That's a superb shot.
Sharp spin. It is off the glove. Flintoff can't believe it, just stands there for a moment. I'm not sure he's realised what's happened, but this ball spun sharply and bounced.
And Graeme Swann will be watching this closely. Spins out of the rough. Flintoff leaving it, goes off the glove. And Clark is aware at slip that it has gone off the glove. And that's good bowling at Horwitz, but all of Edgbaston stand for the man who loves playing and batting at this ground. Flintoff, he's gone for 74. England 309 for 7.
Graeme Swann at number 9. Enjoyed, he won't have enjoyed Stuart Broad's dismissal, but he will have enjoyed, Andrew Flintoff's dismissal, correction. But he would have enjoyed the way the ball spat out of the rough. Mitchell Johnson's follow through. Just watch this. Spin and bounce. Right off the glove. Right in that football, wasn't it? Follow through. Mitchell Johnson's follow through. Left arm is always a good combination. A left arm bowler and an off spinner bowling into the follow through.
Horwitz will enjoy this though. He's got a right-hander. There's a bit of rough outside his off stump just before tee.
What a juicy ball to get. Short and wide.
Yeah, he's cross. That's where he is very strong, and that will be 4.
Super shot. We talked about quick runs from England they're going to be looking for at the moment. He has a good start here. Such a nice stroke, that.
Full and clipped away in the air. Timed sweetly all the way for 4. Ends the over with a boundary, 328 for 7. Edged again, no third man. 4 more.
So many runs go down there with the tail enders. Need a third man, I think. Australia, already seen maybe 3 or 4 boundaries go there after the break.
Nicely played, Graeme Swann. And he'll get 4 more just to wind up Mitchell Johnson.
Played it easily to just wide of the fielder. It was always right in the gap.
Chipped in the air, straight to cover. And Johnson has his man.
Well, Johnson has the last laugh. Swanee had the chest out and huffing and puffing back at him. But Johnson has the last laugh. Chipped the real soft one straight to cover. Looked like maybe a little bit of a slower ball. Just a nothing shot. It's blocked it straight to cover. As easy as it gets. For a catch. Swann's on his bike. Did a good little job. Got some quick runs. England lose their 8th wicket for 348.
batting hero of Cardiff and the bowling hero of Edgbaston so far, James Anderson. 51 test innings without a naught. And it getting excited about Anderson's batting. The shots are coming now. Down the ground from Broad, 4 more. And the words are coming as well. Edged and gone. Hilton House has 4 wickets. England lose their 9th.
Well bowled, deserved it, Ben Hilton House. Just too close to James Anderson. The good thing is he didn't make naught. He got his 1. Just a good cherry, just a bit too close for that shot. Healthy edge. Oh, Choco Manu. That's his nickname. Likes his chocolate. England lead by 92. They lose their 9th wicket for 355.
Graham Onions, the new batsman. 4 matches now, averaging 17. All of those were in the first innings at Lord's. Pulled over the keeper. Does it go all the way? No, 1 bounce 4.
This is gone for the short ball. Gone over the keeper's head. Could have easily gone straight up, but the crowd are loving that it just flew away to the fence.
This will be runs. They'll be looking for 3, I should think, here. And it's 4. Bit of a bonus then at the end of the over. It's 365 for 9. Well, he smeared that. 50 for Stuart Broad. What a shot.
He struck the ball beautifully today. A number of top-class strokes. We've seen him straight drive down the ground. And this one, he fairly hammered away square on the leg side. Shots of a proper batsman, not a tail-ender at all.
Oh, this time, that's the end. Peter Siddle finishes the innings. Excellent innings from Stuart Broad with 55. England finally dismissed in the 94th over, 376, with a lead of 113.
And 2 hours to have a go at Australia. 2 hours which might determine the course of the game. This is the end of Stuart Broad looking to play aggressively. Didn't really get hold of it. Peter Siddle taking a comfortable catch. Very good innings from Stuart Broad though. 55 from just 64 balls. The runs coming in good time, continuing to give England momentum in this game.
It's a solid card from England, 69 from Strauss. Ian Bell with 53. Matt Pryor played well for his 41. Andrew Flintoff, 74 from 79 deliveries. Broad, 55 from 64. And Swan, 24. Resilience there in England's 376 all-out.
Hard work again for the Australian bowlers. Ben Hilton House the best of them, 4 for 109. Mitchell Johnson much better today, 2 for 92 from 21 overs for him. Peter Siddle was not at his best, but he picked up 3 wickets. Shane Watson just 3 poor overs for him. And a wicket, a good one for Nathan Horrocks, that of Andrew Flintoff.
Well, that's where we are after the first innings. Australia 263. Anderson outstanding with the ball swinging. Got a good ally in Graham Onions. Wickets for Anderson and Onions, and England have gone ahead of Australia. 376 all out, lead by 113.
Strauss will have given his team some words of encouragement. Not that they'll need any. A lovely little session to have a go at Australia now.
Well, a great reaction here at Edgbaston for the England team. This is a good place for England to play. Crowd will get right behind them. This should be a very, very interesting session.
Down the leg side, the first one, but a little into swing. It's a good comeback though. Nice shot, controlled. Record point, 4 runs.
Yeah, the 2 shots he's played like that now have been ideal because he's let the ball come to him.
Gone fine, that'll be 4.
Starts with a bouncer. Glove or bat away for 4. And again, this time much more convincing from Watson. Put away. 4 more.
Well, he sat back waiting for this. Saw that first ball bouncer down the leg side.
It's quite a full delivery, and Watson doesn't miss out. Boundary 4 for him. Outfield still quick.
12 from the over so far.
Has that been edged? Yes, it has. What a game Onions is having.
But you'd look at this and think, well, how's a quality player like Katic managed to edge this through to the keeper? He's looking for an on drive. And he's stomped off. When he's nicked this, he's really annoyed at himself. He does a little bit, pitches and does a little bit. Pryor makes no mistake. Katic has gone. 26 for him, it's 47 for 1.
Crucial little session this now with Ricky Ponting at the crease. Australia 1 down, trailing still by 66. It doesn't matter now, Ponting has gone. Beautiful delivery from Swan. Flighted and drifting and then spinning through the gate.
Big, big wicket. England, psychological blow, massive one. Ricky Ponting's gone, bowled through the gate. Let's have a look at this. Outside off stump, turns again a lot. And that's disturbed the surface as well. Big, big spin. Big, big wicket. The captain on his way back for 5. It's 52 for 2.
Mike Hussey on a king pair. We need something from him. Under pressure. Still trailing by 61 and 2 down with the captain gone. The light looks okay for the moment. That's a nice shot. The man has come straight, Ian Bell, so there's nobody between cover and gully. Plenty of room there for Watson to play his strokes. And again, front foot this time.
Two good shots, but I'm not too worried about it. He's got runs to play with.
Rare, rank delivery from Graham Swan.
Yeah, very unusual. Real long hop.
So a long hop followed by a full toss. We've seen Graham Swan bowl a few full tosses in this series. Whoa! That's a wet ball for you. Ball just definitely landed in a wet area down there.
They're still going. They're still going. 88 for 2. They're still going. Rudy's asked them all to get on with it. Cut the capers, get on with the cricket. Another over. No, it's all finished. After all that chat, Rudy has said, gentlemen, that's the end of today's proceedings. And they're still going at it. All the talk who will open the bowling for England. It will be Graham Onions. He started day 2 from the city end. He's up there again as Jerusalem pounds out again. It's going to be a full house. And we've got decent weather.
What a day, all to play for today. And Andrew Strauss has gone for Graham Onions. Can lightning strike twice? He backed his hunch, his instinct the other day, and Onions struck 2 in 2. Can he do it again? Andrew Strauss has gone for him. It looked like Andrew Flintoff from the other end was loosening up as well.
Crowd will be right behind England. This is a good place, Edgbaston, for the England team. They're very comfortable here. They'll like that, Australia. Anything there. Short, wide, 4. 3 little words.
Yeah, good shot. It was in the air for a bit, but was in the gap.
Gets it away this time. Glorious shot through extra cover. Score moves on to 99 for 2. This is a really good shot. Yes. Driven again, 50 partnership. This will go all the way for 4. Another cover drive.
Also, pretty good over that was from Andrew Flintoff. 105 for 2, Australia.
Swan has said that he'd love every batsman to be a left-hander. Just loves bowling at them, turning the ball away and then sliding one on. He's a good player of spin. They might well have played at Northamptonshire together, these two. I think they did. Yeah. You can see that from that shot. Cut away, 4 more.
Into the lead, Australia. Another full toss. That's a gift to bring up his half-century, Shane Watson. Moves on to 53.
A little bit short and beautifully put away by Michael Hussey, who was very quickly onto that. Got it up and over that onside. Out! Big edge, straight through to the gloves. Shane Watson, having played so beautifully, and that is one of his strong shots too, has fallen pretty much straight after the drinks break.
Not sure it swung too much, but length was very full. If anything, it was held for the in-swinger. But did it jag off the seam, or has he just nicked a straight ball? But Anderson's full length has done the trick. Much needed wicket for England. And Watson, having played well, has gone for 53, 137 for 3.
So Jimmy Anderson strikes at the end of his first over of the day. It brings to the crease Michael Clarke. He has been in excellent form. It's tucked away very nicely. And it has the timing, it has the legs to reach the boundary. And that means that Michael Hussey now has 50 to his name. Exactly 50 from 98 balls and in 122 minutes of match.
Important innings for him. Graham Swan just struggling with his length a little. A couple of full tosses in the previous over, this one a bit short.
Interesting leave. He's left it off the middle of the bat. As he did actually in the first innings. Something very, very similar. Poor piece of fielding. It was a lovely shot. And a rarity that. Jimmy Anderson, you'd count as one of the best fielders in this England team. He's normally very athletic, very quick.
And beautifully, he's one of the best drivers in world cricket. Mike Hussey just leans on it for 4.
Yeah, not a good start from Stuart Broad, a half volley. Struggled in this series so far, and he has the 4 wickets.
That's his line. Has he edged it? Yes, he has. Big, big wicket for Broad and England.
Exactly what England needed. Well bowled, Stuart Broad. Mr. Cricket, Mike Hussey gets a nick on one, and it was relentless bowling, and it was a build-up of pressure. It was ball after ball. Stuart Broad bowled for this over. Good line, good length. Hussey just pushes at it. And a big wicket for England. Right what they needed, right on the break. 161 for 4, Australia.
Game on. Australia effectively 48 for 4. Crowd are awake now. Stuart Broad with the breakthrough. 15 minutes to go to lunch. Plenty of time left. 2 new batsmen at the crease. Driven beautifully. We've seen that a lot this summer already. 4 more. Under the over, 167 for 4. That's a beautiful drive. What a way to get off the mark.
Well, that will relax the nerves a little bit. Marcus North hasn't experienced anything like the Ashes series before. Played a couple of test matches in this series, but this is what it's all about.
Found the gap. That's a fantastic shot from Michael Clarke.
Very pleasing on the eye, Michael Clarke. When he drives like this, he makes it look so easy.
Another boundary. This one was a bit fuller.
Yeah, this time just over pitching. Pretty long sort of half volley.
That's a good shot again. Times them so well, Michael Clark. No third man. Another boundary that Australia certainly need. 5 runs coming from that over, 198 for 4.
That was a good shot. The drive as well, use of the feet. The boundary. One of Marcus North's strengths is he likes to dominate the spinners. He doesn't let them settle.
Well, it's not a bad delivery. Clark played it pretty late, angled it down. It was a thick outside edge, but always a controlled one. And add 4 to the score. 207 for 4 now. Powerful shot. He's really hit that well. Clubbed it away, but played it with great control. Played it very nicely.
Well, I mentioned he does like a sweep. Plays it well.
Oh, down. Strauss at short mid-wicket. Was firmly hit by Clark.
Well, this will hurt Strauss in more ways than one. He's gone for the move. He's put himself in at short mid-wicket. Everything's working apart from the final bit, take the catch.
England must take the new ball when it becomes available. Remember that it hasn't really swung in this game, the new ball. Had to wait till it gets 20 or 30 overs old, so that will take more time out of the game if it doesn't swing straight away. The runs are coming now quite freely. North just overtaking Clark.
Well, it's Marcus North who's first to 50 then. Good solid innings from him. It's occupied 90 balls in 122 minutes, 7 fours included. And an important one too. That's a fine shot. Just over-pitched, but slammed away in emphatic style. Well, I had to wait to see if it got past or through Graham Swan. And Swan got a hand on it. But the one came, and it means that Michael Clark now goes through to 50 as well.
It'll go for 4 to end the 87th over. He's not going to get up. 272 for 4. Runs here, vacant cover point area. On the offside, Swan into the attack. Well, this place will change. A lot of development to happen at Edgbaston. Lots of grounds are being developed now. Old Trafford, the midst. Oh, that's hurt. Although they've got all these shin pads on, not like it used to be. Should be rubbing that now. Ooh, straight on the shin. Likes using his feet. Dances down the pitch. There's big areas on the offside you can get the ball through.
He's a very good player, isn't he? He's looking increasingly like Australia's best player at the moment. You could argue Ponting got a better record, but he's coming towards the last bit of his career, and Clark is approaching his prime. Now, overtaken Strauss to become the leading run scorer in the series.
Extra cover this time. Will be 4. He's got enough on this. 282 for 4.
Catch it.
Shot. Lovely shot down the ground. Just picks his time, picks his spot.
Yeah, he's just taking a liking to Graham Swan here. 2 boundaries in the last over through the offside. This time skipping down and slotting him back over his head.
Just have a look at that shot that he played down the ground, and I think you can tell his intention. His intention now is going to come down the pitch, skips down, gets to the pitch of the ball, pumps it down the ground. But I think it's a real good study that you knew he was going to come, made his mind up.
Leg side, Billy.
So before again, open face drive, just about backward a square on the offside, over pitch ball. Seems a long time since Graham Swan's magic delivery. Get rid of Ricky Ponting. Figures of 1 for 97 now. $291 for 4.
He hasn't done any bowling yet. Don't think he'll have any objections to bowling a few overs for Collingwood. He won't bowl for sure. Just found the gap. Don't think Flintoff really wants to be chasing at this stage. Then again, I'm not too sure he really wants to be in the slips, bending over either and putting pressure on those knees. Australia certainly needed this. The 2 was 153 back in 1993. Three 1 7 for 4. Will he be in the next test match? The one sitting on the fence, that is. Well fielded. And Bell man at mid-wicket. Score stays on 3-1, 6 for 4. What did that hit? We'll wait on the umpire to decide. I think it's leg byes. Goes all the way. Rudy Kurtzen agrees. Hotspot shows that the ball hit the pad and not the bat. No need to be biting fingernails at this stage. Safe now, Australia. He's really looking to hit some powerful blows now, Marcus North, and he gets a boundary. Didn't time it well, but he got the boundary nonetheless. 11 runs coming from that over. It's 327 for 4.
A little bit of swing there for him. He's a good bowler, Bopara. He's no fool.
Well, he's one of those guys like the Mark Wars, Ravi Bopara. You throw him the ball and hopefully something happens. They generally create a chance, and when he came on earlier today, the captain put one down. It was the right bowling change, but he put one down, so he created that chance. Don't really worry about the average and that too much. About when, oh, there's a great shot from Marcus North. Super shot. It's all about just throwing the ball to him and see what can happen. They get a wicket, get him off, and get the proper bowlers back on. He's more than handy.
Well, that's nearly the shot of the day. I know it's only Bopara, but off the back foot to time it and place it, not an easy shot. One on the leg side, one on the offside. Back-to-back boundaries.
Sometimes when the part-timer bowlers come on, you sort of want to milk them. The best way to do the part-timers when they come on is to whack them out the attack. Don't be afraid of getting out to them, just smash them. Means the proper bowlers have to come back on when they're tired. You get some freebies. Giving that the sink and the fridge, the dishwasher, everything. Oh.
It's a boundary fest, 3 in a row.
Can I have another chance of who's going to get there first?
No, you said Clark.
Okay, now I reckon North. I reckon he might bring it up this over too.
Little bit of swing in. Gets the inside edge, gets to 96 North.
No test runs.
Timed beautifully. Ball runs away on that side of the ground. Expensive over from Bopara, 17 from it. 346 for 4. And it goes in that area. What a catch from Anderson. North misses out on 100.
Such a shame for Marcus North. He really deserved that. Great catch from Jimmy Anderson. He was going after it. You've got a feel for Marcus North, no matter who you support. And this crowd's up on their feet too, supporting a wonderful knock. Great catch from Jimmy Anderson, but he really did deserve 100 there, Marcus North. Australia needed a big partnership, and him and Michael Clark gave it that. Well played, Marcus North. 96. Australia 346 for 5.
Graham Manu on debut. Arrives at the crease. He'd have had his pads on for a long time. It's never easy sitting and watching and then coming out in these situations. It will mean a lot to him, and he'll want to be there at the end. Real shame for Marcus North. He played beautifully for 96. And he was a couple of inches away from getting to 100. Saw Jimmy Anderson do catching this morning, and he was quite brilliant in the gully. And he's transformed that form onto the field. What a catch.
Yes. He's got to have some ability to catch the ball. Something like that. That's an amazing catch. Be a good place for him to field in the slips of the gully to give him a rest when he's bowling. Wonderful catch. Shame for Marcus North, as you said. He really did deserve 100. Played beautifully. Australia needed him, and he produced. That'll hurt.
Just pitched in those footholes as well, didn't it? That's what made it just stop on him, stick in the pitch. No third man. He was a couple of inches away from another Test 100.
Have you, I know he missed out, Nas, have you ever played with anyone? Captain declared on the 90s or someone when they deserved 100?
Atherton on Hick. At Sydney, were you playing in that game?
What were the reasons there? Why did Athers decide to declare on Graham Hick? I think he was 98 or 99, wasn't he?
I wasn't there, but Atherton says he gave Hick plenty of time. Sent out some messages saying, get to 100, we're going to bat for another X amount of overs or time, and that time ran out. And Athers said, that's it. Gave you time, off you come. Are you thinking that Ponting might declare on Clark here? We've had a couple of emails in saying why hasn't Ponting declared?
I was just thinking about people that deserved 100 when they've played so well. I was just thinking as captains maybe declared on players. I think of Alex Tudor, it was on, I think, 98 or 99 not out, and I think Graham Thorpe got his 10 or 12 not out, so Alex Tudor couldn't get his 100. I think Benedict, our statistician, just said there's 5 captains that have declared batsmen in the 90s. Imran Khan declared when him himself as captain was on 93 not out. Always put the team first. What a player. 347 for 5. Andrew Strauss bowling Stuart Broad, and when the game's over, he only bowled 5 or 6 overs. He got the big wicket of Mike Hussey, but he only bowled 5 or 6 overs. Is that a message, or that he might be worried about Stuart Broad's form and wants to bring in Steve Harmison for Headingley? Is it a concern that they can only take 3 wickets in a day, even though the wicket is still pretty good, but to only take 3 wickets when they're in a position and what was at stake? Is that a concern for England?
Wants 2, will get 2 comfortably. Yeah, it is a concern today, just getting 3 wickets, but it is a day 3 pitch. Bowling Broad now is because he's trying to get him some rhythm. He has been short of rhythm in the series, but he's got 2 wickets today. He's got 2 of the 3. Steve Harmison, well, I felt at the beginning of the series Steve Harmison should have played, but now that England have got momentum, they're playing some good cricket, I'm not so sure. They need Broad's runs down at number 8. They're 1-0 up. And also Steve Harmison has bowled really well for Durham, but concerns about his fitness and can he come back for the 3rd, 4th, 5th spell. Durham in general have been winning games pretty comfortably. One again today. Harmison himself says he's desperate to play, but reports are that he's got some blisters on his toes.
Well, I don't want to put the moz on Michael Clark. Point of view, we talked about Marcus North and how stiff he was to miss out. He really did deserve 100. Well, maybe I should save this stat. We don't want to put the commentator's curse on him again because he has deserved 100. They're appealing for something. It sounded like he might have hit the stumps.
Absolutely, the noise was definitely a wooden stump noise. It was a hollow noise. Clark's looking at that stump. Collingwood's gone to have a look. The bail's still on. Flicks the top of the off stump there.
Well, that's amazing. The ball's definitely hit the stumps. Stuart Broad bowling around 86 mile an hour. Hit one through the gate, bat and pad. There was a woody sound. I thought he might have nicked it, but then, here you go, look at this. Boom, just flicks the stump. It's amazing the bails don't come off. It's definitely hit the stump, that. Well, they don't think about the commentator's curse now. He's destined to get 100.
50 for 5. Clark needs 8 more.
He's not playing. He's not playing.
He's not going to be reckless about these last 4 runs, Michael Clark.
I've just seen Matt Pryor glancing across to square leg umpire and saying, is that it? Is this the end after this over? I think that drinks are going to come on at the end of this over. There they are, ready to come on with drinks. It's been an easy maiden for Bopara. I reckon that the umpires, or the players, can come off if they agree. Both sets of players can come off at the end of this over. Oh, flashed away, caught off a no ball, would you believe it? Clark on 96, Jimmy Anderson snaffles this at slip, but it's a no ball.
This is unbelievable. And he's over as well, well over. Found the outside edge. Well. Jimmy Anderson certainly made that look quite easy in the stiff corner, but this is Michael Clark's day. The ball hit the stumps, nothing happened, no caught off a no ball.
They're still out there, it's 367 for 5. Oh, not this time. Let's have a look at this field. Where's his single? Let's see where he can be looking. Behind square on the leg side. Acres of room behind square on the leg side. Offside seems to be covered. That'll do nicely. Michael Clark has deserved this century. 4 runs for Michael Clark takes him to 103. 375 for 5. Takes the applause of Edgbaston and from his teammates and supporters here. This has been an excellent innings from Michael Clark. Everybody looks to the dressing room to see if that's the end of proceedings. And that is it. Handshakes all round. Well played, Michael Clark. He has played really well. He's deserved his 100 there. A long time in the 90s. But Australia have saved this test match. There's only one winner other than a draw, and that would be England. But they've stood firm. And some classy batting from Marcus North and from Michael Clark. North with 96, Clark 103 not out. They start again on Friday. So comfortable in the end for Australia. Shane Watson, opener, with 2 half-centuries in the game. Michael Hussey back to a little bit of form with 64. Marcus North deserved a century, a brilliant catch by James Anderson. He got 96, and Michael Clark got through to his century. 375 for 5.
England threw everything at Australia. They tried everyone they could try. In the end, Bopara and Collingwood bowled when they knew it was all over. But Broad, Swan, Onion, Splintoff and Anderson tried everything they had at their disposal. Still couldn't get through their defences.
So the 3rd Ashes Test match ends in a draw. Australia 263 all out in their first innings. Wonderful bowling from Anderson and Onions for England. Then England in their first innings, 376, got a healthy lead with Andrew Flintoff scoring a quick fire 74. Ben Hilfenhaus, second time in the series, taking 4 wickets. And then Australia having a little bit of a wobble, but coming through strongly in the end, 375 for 5. with Michael Clarke 103 not out, Marcus North on 96 in a long hard slog for England. On this final day, the match is drawn. England lead the series 1-0.
This presentation originated in 1080i high definition.